Can you all please briefly introduce yourself? What do you do and who do you represent? Starting with you.
Hello, I'm Riddell Cole. I am the first sober bar in New Orleans, mocktails, not cocktails. And this is my husband.
I'm Byron Cole, and I guess I'm referred to as a local activist.
Okay.
I'm George Green, Senior Pastor of House of Healing Outreach Ministries.
My name is Keyshawn, known as Key the Black, rap artist, author, mentor, community activist, and so many other hats that I wear in the city of New Orleans.
My name is Michael Misdemeanor Patterson, local recording artist of a group Partners in Crime.
I see. So you are either activists or artists, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So let me start it by I was talking to him today and I was asking if New Orleans, living in New Orleans is like living in a war zone, and his answer was is a yes of some sort. So any of you guys have anything to say to that sentiment? Yeah, anyone can start.
Well, it's not like a war zone. I've been in war.
Yeah.
So this ain't I was in combat. But the poverty, the lack of education, the lack of opportunities, and also the narrative that people want to make it seem like New Orleans is the worst place. It's not. It is the lack of opportunities, and it is leadership. Things rise and fall on leadership, period.
Thanks.
Facts.
Yeah. Anyone want to add something?
Yeah, I'd like to add, how the brother started was significant. I, too, am a United States war veteran, right? And in my particular neighborhood, the 7th Ward, when I was growing up, 6 of my friends were on America's Most Wanted. And they still walking around today in New Orleans. So like, this is real life. I can make comparisons where I can see that this is a war zone, chaotic, adversarial atmosphere. But what we need to add to that to make sure that everyone is understanding is that we are a victim of systemic mandate. There's second-class citizenry here. There's one set of rules for everyone, and then another set of rules for the indigenous. And that's an issue. And that's the nuance I wanted to add to what he was saying.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's a war zone. And the reason why I don't feel like it's a war zone, because I feel like if you understand the city and know where to be and who to deal with and who to occupy your time with, you're not as affected, at least when I was coming up, as affected as, because we knew who was who. You know what I'm saying? So I think we would have to put it on a timeline to say, like, what is what, because I'm judging off my youth coming up, you know what I'm saying, compared to the youth that's coming up today. So when I was coming up, it didn't feel like a war zone. I felt like I knew who was what and where to be at, and I just stayed out of those ways, and I didn't have any problems. What made me feel like New Orleans was a war zone to live in.
And I appreciate him saying that, but let me add to it that the people who I'm referring to really were my friends. I shot marbles with them. Wasn't no stay away from them when they lived 4 doors down and around the corner and across the street. It was really community members. And as far as New Orleans being a war zone right now,
Today is different.
yeah, I got 5 videos
They don't know each other. They
streaming right now, still right now, with tens of thousands of views, with murders on one corner by my house, same with Northern Broad, all from this year.
So why are things so violent around here? Like, is it just because of the lack of opportunity or any other factors?
What he was saying. Tell him what you was just saying, man. It was right.
Yeah, it's a lack of leadership. See, one of the things, the young people, if you get a chance to sit down and really learn people's plight, listen, I don't walk through drug deals and everything else, but if they know you really care about them,
Right.
Yeah.
see, and they know that you're willing to listen. I'm here with you. And you learn their plight, and you sit down and get a chance to really have a conversation with them, you'll find out that you could do a lot of things. Yesterday, we had young men who were selling brownies. These young men were selling brownies. And so my good friend bought out their brownies because he said, man, listen, y'all, we want to show that all our young men ain't shooting.
Support them, right?
And so we supported him, and listen, he gave them all the money and told them, no, I don't want the brownies, sell that out. He said in 1 minute they sold out the rest of the brownies. So we're gonna take these young men. We after the guy. It's a guy who started the Steal the Vote. So we requested him to give us the 1.3 million out that he spent for the voting thing. Guess what? He gonna give it to us, so we can give it to the young people.
Because we did a protest in front of his house.
Yes.
And he was highly upset about that. We had signs, stopped everything. He was too ashamed to come outside, but we had a whole protest in front of his house about that because it was racially motivated, one-sided. Yeah, we have a mayor that has some struggles and troubles, but the way that they went about it was totally wrong. That you deliberately attack a black woman. It was crazy, but yeah.
Well, what we see is that dysfunction and chaos have become industry. As long as they are industry, right? As long as you can have the catchphrase and get the grant money, as long as you can have a stipend and a salary attached to these industries, there is nothing that would perpetuate us to solve the dysfunction, right? We have to disband that first. That mercenary. My mama called them 501c3 fixer, NIGGER. That's what my mama called them. You heard me?
Yeah.
They come here with these mercenary approaches, right? And true help is not what you dictate that I need. It's what I'm telling you in real time that I need.
But here's the thing even about that. It's more about money. I don't know if people know this, but New Orleans has more youth help nonprofits per capita that has delivered the least amount of results. So they've gotten
the most 501c3 per capita, period.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. New
All
Orleans.
our product after Katrina.
And nobody
And
has
none of the
delivered
people are from here.
results. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now the one that is son of a saint. His dad was an NFL player or whatever. But outside of that, majority of them are not from here.
So now we're going to get to the fact of why we have the crime. Because Son of the Saint is what they're touting as the #1 mentor program in our city. It was just on BET getting awards for affecting change with the violence in our city, when actually all of the kids in this program are Acura children. Them kids ain't coming from no real situations of no real misfortune. Now, they do have a commonality that they're all missing a parent. And so he has a niche for his programming, right? But he's being touted as the one that's helping the kids from going wayward when he don't have wayward kids, period.
Okay. I get it that the system is,
It's about money.
yeah. How about you? You haven't said anything yet. Do you think that seems like with this system that affect everybody equally, how come some people come out quite bad? Some people make
Because the level of education. Some people from I grew up in the Night Walk, the Desire Project. So the school systems that I was brought up in, the teachers wasn't educated enough to educate us, so they pushed us through the system. So that's a whole generation of me that came through there that wound up having children that didn't know how to help their children, that now the children are lacking and further behind because we still have a crappy system. Charter school is not advancing our children, they're failing them.
Then they bring teachers who's not even from here.
Can't relate
Can relate to our
First of all, they
children.
fired every tenured educational professional we had in New Orleans.
Yeah.
They fired them.
Broke up the school board.
Yeah.
Not because they were
Incompetent.
not because they incompetent, but just because they dictated that they wanted to come with a new system. So the relationships we had built, the trust we had, the quality educators, all out the window. Next thing we see our children in classrooms with teachers from Iowa that are 24 years old that are paying off college
Teach for
loans.
America.
Teaching them
Teach
how
for
to
America
be
did that.
trained.
So they gave the people $10,000 stipend to move here. You teach here for 2 years, and they forgive 30% of your student loans. So the charter school system moved in. I used to work at Samuel Green, and they did that. Teach for America brought the students in from Iowa, from wherever, rural areas, gave them a stipend for $10,000 that was free of charge. And then once you teach for 2 years in an urban city environment, urban city, they forgive 30% of your student loans. If you stay 5, they forgive 50 to 75%. So after 5 years, they walk out. Now, growing up, you could go back to school in 10 years and still see your teacher. You still see Miss Smith. Now, they gone.
And they also shattered what we had fully established in New Orleans, which was community schooling.
Yeah.
Little Johnny couldn't cut up on his way home from school because everybody around there knew Johnny. Now, the little boy that go to McDonald 42 live way across the rivers. Or he live in the east. So if I see him walking to the store and cutting up, I don't know his mama. I don't know who. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no bonding with the community
Yes.
anymore, right? Okay.
Well, the teachers have
That's
no
what he was
bonding.
saying. We grew up knowing our neighborhoods.
And the teachers have no bonding with the students because they only have one objective. The objective is not to empower the young people.
And then again, how can you fire the tenured professionals? Look, I'm gonna tell you again, I'm retired from USD 500 school district, right? And I am very leery of an authoritarian teacher that's under 30 that has no children. That's something I'm very leery of.
All right. Let me ask you as well. You are now an artist and well recognized. So how do you kind of kick yourself out of this kind of system? How do you improve your situation to be to where you are today?
Well, how I improve myself?
Like,
Or
how do you-
What do I do as an activist in the community?
Yes.
Yeah, and how do you find your way out of this kind of crappy system in order to be a stand-up citizen and do more for the community?
Well, I actually work at a school, so I understand, and I'm just saying exactly what they're talking about. I do social and emotional learning skills with the children. I deal with the mental, I break everything down, the trauma that they deal with. So I see it and I hear their stories, and really like teaching them how to deal with this and teaching them that the trauma is only 10% of the situation, but 90% of the way they respond. So teaching them how to respond to the trauma, self-care, how to do that on a day-to-day basis, because the things that they tell you, the things that they go through, some people don't even much, like the teachers that's in the school today, they don't even much hear the things that the children go through. They're not even concerned. And for a fact, I'm gonna say today that a lot of them even turn the children away and try to send them home and put them out of school and kick them out. So I'm the one who
IEP.
fights for them to stay in school. I'm the one who continues to encourage them to stay in school, and not only just in school, but in a community. I'm out in the community, I'm praying with them, I'm encouraging them. I'm going out monthly, I'm feeding, and right now they're out of school, so some of them not even much going to eat breakfast or lunch because some of their parents not going to feed them. So we're going to go out and feed them, make sure that we serve breakfast, make sure we serve lunch, doing like activities and stuff like that in the, in their community. So we call it Feed the Block, where we go out to different blocks and different communities, and we're doing great things to just bring the community back together and even give them hope. Not only just giving them hope, but feeding them spiritually, feeding a spiritual man by praying with them, giving them encouraging words of God, and also feeding them with the food and bringing other resources as far as jobs. Mentoring program information, any information and program that they have going out that I find out about, I bring it to the community and make sure that I connect them with the resources and make sure if there's an application, they don't know how to fill it out. We have somebody filling out the applications for food stamps, Medicaid, also for jobs and stuff like that. So just looking to partner with other community resources and bringing that in the hood, because a lot of people scared to go in the hood. I'm not scared, so I'm going in these hoods.
That's a
I'm
difference.
going and
Well,
making
that's
a
what I
difference.
was gonna add when I was
Yes.
about to cut you off. That everybody can't do what you do.
Right.
And it's not because of an intellect. It's because of just what you have
Being
recognized and
the
seen
product
in
of
your life. Everyday things that the Teach for America teacher don't even realize is why this little boy acting funny is because he can't read.
But the
Or
thing
this little
about
boy
it is,
can't
I don't
take a
think they
bath.
even try to understand, because I don't care, I'm saying it. I'm gonna say it out here.
Supposed to say it.
So it's just a fact to where now they start being envious because of the relationship that I have with the children, how I'm building them up. Now they
You
want to
can
come
calm
to
them
school
down and I
more.
can't.
I could calm them down and you can't. So now it's a problem. So now it's more of an envious thing.
I can
But
relate.
it should be more of a team effort thing,
glad
because
you
I'm
said
the
that.
one
Doing
who
it
can put
instead
them
of
in. Now you
demanding
go ahead on
to
and
do
grab them and educate them, and you just do your job.
I'm glad
You know what I'm
said
saying?
that. That's why I
So now
retired
it's a
from
Oh, no.
conversational thing.
Let me ask you a bit. Like, can you break down what do they need? What kind of spiritual support can you give them?
Spiritual support?
Like, what do they need inside? Like, just
What do the
someone.
kids need?
Yeah, what do the kids need?
They need to know they love.
They do. And they need to know that we love them.
Yeah, right.
And
Well,
they
wait,
need
first,
to know that
before we
it's
go there, we
genuine.
have to say this.
Because that fake
We
stuff, they
are
don't
an
identify that
experiment.
fake stuff.
We are an experiment, the first major city in the nation to have total charter structure. What the first thing they need, I'm gonna let her answer, but before they need anything individually, we need our schools back.
That's first.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
That's first.
Now answer that man about what they need individually, please, baby.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
each
so
child,
true.
each child have different needs, you know, but it still go back, like you said, to love. You know what I'm saying? To making sure that they know that they can trust you. Cause that's the first thing before they open up to me, they ask me, like, who you gonna share this with? Like,
Right.
this between me and you. Why? Because I need to know the person that I'm dealing with, and I need to know how to deal with you, because every child have something different. You know what I'm saying? They carrying different burdens, different pain, different hurt. So I need to know which yours, so I can know how to deal with you one-on-one. And I can know how to reset your thinking. I can know how to teach you how to be more emotional intelligence, how to deal with this thing, because some of them, they click out for the smallest thing. Why? Because of the trauma that they have already experienced. And they don't even notice that it's the trauma that's causing them to be more angry and bitter and depressed and stuff like that.
What
you
kind
know?
of trauma are you talking about? Like, can you give me
I'm
examples?
talking about molestation. I'm talking about being abused. I'm talking about being neglected. I'm talking about poverty, period, as a whole. You know, some of them have to be grown before their times. I'm talking about, you know, out
This
trying
is
to
where I
make
have to
money,
interject.
sleeping with men,
This
and
is where
all
I have
kind
to
of different
interject.
stuff.
Okay.
I have to interject here if we're going to edit this, because none of what she's saying makes sense if you don't know this. That, you know, we lead the nation in abject poverty for major cities, yet simultaneously lead the country in tourism. And they report the record profits, yet the average indigenous person in New Orleans is under a stranglehold from the hospitality industry. Our legislature just voted down a raise to get the minimum wage to $10. It's still people in our city that leads this nation in tourism every other year that make $7, $8,
Let me bring it
$9.
home for you. Let me bring it home for you. This church, when we started, these places didn't exist. The buildings, this house here is went for $400,000. The other house
Just
went
sold.
Yeah, just sold. It just the other one went for $400,000.
We used to own that green.
We used to own the greenhouse. That sold for $400,000. So making $10 an hour, even $15 an hour,
just was talking
they can't even make it.
Can't make it.
They did a study, the
Right.
city did a study saying you need $19.71 an hour to survive, but yet the legislature just voted down a $10 an hour minimum wage.
Okay. I haven't heard from you yet, so you have anything to add to that?
You still haven't heard from me? What's your question?
No, like, you want to add anything to that?
I want to add to what she was saying when she was bringing home the fact that the children know her and they're comfortable with her and they're that way because she's indigenous. And you want to bring all of these foreign teachers in that they cannot relate to our children, not our children, because they don't know what our children are going through. Only we, the parents, the
And they
people, the
villainize them.
community, we know, and we know how to deal with those behaviors. Somebody from Ohio don't know how to deal with no New Orleans baby. No matter what ward
Then
that
they
baby
document
from.
them as a
You
problem.
can't deal with them, and you
put
document
them in
them
the
as
courts.
a problem. You
Then
want
they
to put
wind
them
up in
on
jail.
pills because you don't understand. They mama a crackhead and they just acting out, or it's something going on. So stop it with the the teachers from everywhere except for here, and that goes for the police department too. Y'all can't come here
The
and think
leadership.
y'all gonna treat New Orleans a certain kind of way. You're not. You're not.
Where you
You're
from?
not.
Thailand, Bangkok.
Okay, could I just pop up in Thailand tomorrow and run your neighborhood better than you?
Hell no.
Okay, so that's what
Just based on the fact that I have no experience there, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you could come to my neighborhood and run it better than me without my counsel?
No
That's
way.
what we're experiencing.
That's
Here's another thing that a lot of people don't. So the children are here, but their parents are from different areas. In post-Katrina, everybody was shifted. So you had Ninth Ward living uptown, and uptown it didn't stay uptown in a different area. And so there are household dynamics that play a role. So I got to be able to understand a mama from Desire Project versus a mama from off of Maison Street, somebody from the St. Bernard, but then also somebody that lived on Franklin.
Oh yeah, uptown and downtown is
It's two different worlds.
Okay. Let me ask you, like, they were talking about outsider doesn't understand people in New Orleans. So what is it about people here that need to be understood? What are the different needs and wants and conditions that people here are experiencing right now, in your opinion?
What are the different needs?
Needs and wants or conditions that outsider couldn't understand at all.
If you're not from New Orleans, how can they understand?
If you're not from, I mean, that's a complicated thing because
Yeah.
I'm so from New Orleans that I understand it. I like to give a side of what they were saying, and I want to use myself as an example.
All right.
My senior year in high school, I wound up failing some classes, and I was like, wasn't gonna come back to school. but they had a teacher that was there. Her name was Miss Garner, and the love and passion that she had for me, like she told me, like, look, Mike, come back, graduate. You'll be the first to graduate from your family. It's gonna make your mama proud, things of that nature. But because she knew me, you know what I'm saying, she poured into me, and I wound up graduating. So I know that that's a need that we need as a people, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I knew this lady loved me, and I knew this lady cared for me without being my mother or a relative, you know what I'm saying? Just being a teacher. And it scarred me in a positive way to kind of like want to do the same thing for kids that came after me, you know what I'm saying? So what we need is more of that, like what Keely's doing, you know, in school, like hands-on with them. We need more of that. We need, like they say, we need to lead from the front. You know what I'm saying? And the kids need to know that somebody cares and somebody do love them, because that makes a difference, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what New Orleans need. Like, you know, we need more activists for us, boots on the ground, you know, and being active.
I wanted to speak on this when you say about the 501c3. Now, I've been running all of these years, never had a 501c3. I just got my 501c3 like a week ago, right? So I have these programs and all of this stuff that I do out of my own pocket.
Right.
So now, since I see that the kids need the social emotional learning skills, I decided to carry through and continue to do it throughout the summer. Now, you think that somebody would be excited to fund that or to keep that going at least with 20 girls? You know, I'm still struggling, but I see all these 501c3s with all this money carrying on and not doing nothing and not really making no difference in the neighborhood.
Because they're all in the internet network together. And so what they'll do is, you get a $10,000 grant, you get a $10,000 grant. In order to keep the money, I'm gonna charge you a $10,000 speaking fee, you're gonna charge a $10,000 speaking fee, and that grant money we just got, we keep. It's to do that. Well, yeah, I had a guy that did that.
And so they know you're not stealing. And so the ones who are not stealing, they're not gonna come around you because you're gonna expose that. That's the issue you're having.
You can use the money for what it's used for.
Look, let me tell you, wait, hold on, wait, let me tell you something. The NAACP has two branches. The second one is called the Legal Defense Branch. You know why they had to invent that? Because of the 501c3 status they had with the first one, and how the government comes to shut you down when you're 501c3 status and you're effective is by your books. If they get you off 3 cents, you're going to federal prison if that's what they came for, right? And so, truthfully, I have been 501c3 for 10 years. You never hear me say that because I don't do anything with any funds. I wanted the 501c3 to see what you see me do, have the accreditation to go into court and really be a state sanctioned.
You said that in your video before.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. So I don't collect no money, but I do move around $20,000 a year annually as a grassroots person. But I figured out how to do it so integral that no one ever questions me. Like if you need 20 uniforms for them girls,
I think we might get
I
off
can get
topic here a
somebody
bit.
to buy that.
So let's get back to the talk.
But they're not gonna give us the money. They're gonna buy it and mail it to you.
All right, man.
They receive.
All right. So he was taking me along St. Charles Street earlier, and the difference is, I don't know how to say it, like,
St. Charles.
yeah, so shocking. So visually, it's like totally different world, and I haven't been there before.
I took him to the 6th Ward, took him on Claiborne, took him through, and then I went to get a smoothie, and he said, "This is different." I said, "Oh, let me show you how quickly things change, and see the poverty and what they don't allow in these neighborhoods." So yeah.
You know what I always notice about the structure of this city? Like, since we're speaking on St. Charles, when you look at the structure of St. Charles, all the big houses up front, and then right behind is like the slave quarters. You know what I'm saying? It's the same design. You know what I'm saying? It's like you take 3 steps, you know, go 3 blocks past St. Charles, and now you're in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's set up that way. Like, you know, the scenic route is for the upscale, rich people, whatever may be the case, and in the middle of that is the slave quarters. You know what I'm saying? And it's set up.
And is that line divided racially?
Huh?
Is that line between the rich and the poor divided by race?
Yeah,
It's about race. Your segment and my first statement, trust me, summed it up. Everything we're saying now fits underneath that. Trust
I wonder
me.
who's black. I wonder how many black owners they have on St. Charles.
Wait, it's not just about how many
but
they
no,
have.
but I'm just saying, he
it's
said if it's
about the
racially
fact that
divided.
we have a VUCA Rate Commission and a Garden District Homeowners Association that actively say black people can't have a restaurant right here. Wow. We're not having that. Dickie Brennan, who now has a restaurant in City Park, and he got his family, got Commander's Palace, and he got Dickie Brennan's, and they just monopolizing and capitalizing while having systemic mandates against us.
We don't get to get in the rooms and on those committees that make those governing bodies of those
Committees are
things.
made without legal standing.
But that's the
They
good old
just
boy
tried to make
system.
a homeowners
That's the-
association around my house. People who lived there for 3 and 4 years, I had to fight them. They gonna come and make a homeowners association, and my great grandmother paid for my house. How the fuck I got to listen to what they talking? Excuse me. How I got to listen to what they talking about? That's so insulting. When my property tax is 3 times more than theirs, because it go by square footage. I'm looking at these little bitty houses they done bought down the street from me, and they coming now in a majority to try to make me do things now that they never have no right to do in a New Orleans that wasn't founded in that manner.
One of the things that need to happen, right? I'm big on having our people know how to galvanize and understand about voting, right? And about using our voting power. And one of the things that check this out, when you don't understand politics, they pay politics.
Wow, that's good.
And so one of the things I do as a pastor, I educate our people on voting.
We need a candidate before we can vote.
Yeah, but
We
let me
have
go a little
two
further.
candidates
Oh,
on
let him finish, please. Let him finish.
We're training young kids now. My wife and we training young kids now on how to be a politician and how to have integrity and character.
That's the problem.
And that's one of the
Don't teach
things.
them how to be politicians.
That's one of the things. No. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. We're teaching
disagree.
them. We're teaching them how to do it. Yeah, with integrity and character. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Ain't no such thing as a righteous politician. You can't be teaching them to be politicians.
No, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, I didn't disagree. We're teaching them how to have integrity and character and learn how to be a servant leader. You'll be a servant leader. You're a leader. You're a servant leader.
Second
That's
first.
the right way to.
That's where you will lead as a
Right.
servant
Okay.
leader.
How do you go about teaching them? Like, what kind of values do
Okay.
they have to need?
We have here. You can come. We teach them how to walk in integrity. See, integrity is you can do the same thing with somebody watching or not watching.
Right, exactly. Right.
But we teach them that,
Behind closed
and
doors,
then as a leader, I live that way for them.
Right.
I lead by
That's
example.
the only way you can do that.
And so they understand. They see I don't steal. They see how I treat my wife. They see how I'm with the community. So they watch me first because I mentor them.
Do you have any success story about bringing a kid out of the street into
We got one here. He's gonna be That's Isaiah. I've been mentoring him.
Yeah.
You were in the street before you met
Not in
him?
the street.
Not in the street.
I'm teaching him how to be able to run for office.
I see.
When he's ready. I've been talking to him about it.
What do you think about that plan?
I mean, I love it. For New Orleans, I gotta buy a house back in Orleans Parish, but
You can't teach them how to run in New Orleans.
you can't teach. But it's not about necessarily running in New Orleans. It's about who you are as a person and what you do. Will you put people first and the better good or money? At the end of the day, I understand a biblical principle that the blessings will overtake me. So I don't have to take under table cuts and risk myself going to jail like many of our black politicians have. And that's the integrity that he's talking about. No, you can't teach you how to be a politician, but if you get into the arena of politics, if you have your heart, your goal, and your mind set in the right position, $100,000 can't faze me when I'm raising up 10 kids that's gonna make 10 million apiece. That's gonna reinvest that.
The reason why you're talking to Pastor Isaiah, I teach entrepreneurship. He's walking in his entrepreneurship. He's not the only one. He's not the only one in this ministry. So you can't teach nobody that be something if you're not it.
For sure.
So I teach well because I walk in it. Not from the members. Not from the church. I don't get a salary. Because I did it myself, so I'm able to teach it. And I live
Wait,
it.
we talking about wealth or we talking about politics?
No, I'm talking about all that.
That's what we talking
All that
about,
together.
politics now.
All that go together.
All that.
All that go together because guess what? When he run, he not gonna need money from somebody else. Like this church.
Don't need no expo quote. I can vouch for that.
We done give houses away. We done give cars away.
I
We done
can
give
vouch
washers
for
and
that,
dryers
'cause
away.
I be
We have
made.
given it
I'm
away.
gonna pick
Yeah,
up
we've been
for
doing
that.
that for decades.
Now
We've been doing that since
speaking
the
to the guy.
60s at my house.
I'm speaking to the guy.
It's not
Yeah,
a
I'm
debate.
speaking to you.
It's not a debate.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand. We start talking about wealth.
No.
He said he's training people to be politicians. A politician ain't shit. It's a politician. It's a crook. That's what a politician is. A crook. We staying grassroots and true to what's real. I'm not here to
so you-
discuss.
so you rather
trying to
that-
be like the rest of them.
So you rather you have your own standing for yourself, not having anyone in office doing anything
The
for you.
reason why black people don't vote is because we have not had a candidate. He want to condition niggas to vote for the lesser of different evils.
Bro, you can't come in my house like that now.
Well, then do I need to leave?
You got to leave.
All right, then. You ain't said nothing. Have a good day, brother. Have a good day. We can have a real conversation unless
You can't come. No, you can't come disrespect. You can't come disrespect my house, man.
Well, we talking about politics. We talking about New Orleans.
All right, bro.
I'm
come
not
on.
gonna disrespect
Come on,
you.
You disrespected me.
No, I
I want
didn't.
to come to your.
I didn't, but I can now. Don't play with me. I did
B.
not disrespect you.
Chill out, bro.
I did not disrespect you. I did not disrespect me.
B.
How did I disrespect you?
B. This is the house.
How
of
did
God.
I disrespect you? For saying nigga?
No, bro. You said more than that.
Well, the
Please
first
leave.
time you said
Please
something, I
leave.
didn't say nothing.
Please
But
leave.
I said nigga.
B.
Yeah,
B.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
yeah.
Fine. Come on.
I'm leaving.
Thank you, bro.
But I saw what this really turned into. What you
It
promoting
didn't turn
here?
in- it didn't
What you
turn
promoting
in.
here?
You took
Your
what he
ministry?
said- You took what he said.
We
something
all
way left
professionals.
field,
We
bro.
all got brands. Ain't nobody talking about no brands but you.
He didn't talk about it.
Yeah, he did.
What brand did he
When
talk
was,
about?
when was we ever talking about wealth? We was talking about poverty. We was talking about the issues. You had to say how you gave away. We've been giving away shit for decades, nigga. Understand that.
Chill out, bro.
And ain't a nigga in here to stop me from expressing myself how I feel like.
But that's disrespectful, bro. Nobody
No, it's
did that.
not.
Nobody did
No,
that
it's
to
not.
you,
I
bro.
keep it 100.
That's not 100, bro.
That is.
That's not 100.
That is.
It's not.
Because I hold mine.
What are you holding?
That he not gonna fucking come with that
Man,
bullshit.
chill out. Ain't nobody cussing
Yeah,
you
check
like that,
yourself
bro.
before you wreck yourself, homie.
Man, chill out, baby.
Yeah, bye.
Chill out, baby.
Bitch.
Come on, man.
I know that's why I was saying I'm ready to go because I felt it. What I told you, I
He
knew it
was-
was coming. I should have got
When
it
you
there.
when he's you know he did
All right,
this.
all right,
He did this when we.
Let's continue.
Hey man.
Man, come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
I got it. I'm gonna close the door. I got it.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
all right, let's continue.
see, that's that New Orleans mentality. That
felt
Yeah, yeah. So it seems like I don't mind doing that, but it seems like there's a lot of anger.
Yeah, it's a lot of anger, and I just
You can edit that.
yeah.
Well, I like having that in. If he allow it, if he's still not gonna sue me for it.
I love the brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it just got out of content with when you start talking about money. He took it the wrong way. You was only saying that with the money, we can have our own money to run our own politics,
Right.
meaning that we don't need nobody
Right.
else's money
So
to
you don't
fall
have to-
in the
right,
game of
right, to
them
go acting
controlling
like them
us.
Because here's the thing
Yeah.
about
I
New
totally
Orleans
got it.
politics.
You were like, we got my own money.
I
He
get
took
it.
it the wrong way.
Our black
I'm not signing up
politicians.
for release. Don't publish nothing with me in it. Period. I'm gonna sue you.
Our black politicians.
That answer it.
Oh, I got it.
Now if he
You
keep
gonna
on, now if he keep on. Hey man.
It's gonna end up bad.
All right, let's
That's
start
it,
for
man.
now.
I got